Today I'm going to show you something that I picked up recently to add to our fleet. The biggest reason for picking up this bike was to ensure that I don't trash the 2019 Monkey. And that's kind of a funny thing, because when I get a bike, I use it to its fullest potential, whether it's off-road, on-road, jumping, going through mud and everything. So with the Monkey, that was one of my things, was I'm not going to baby this bike. It's not going to be a garage queen. I'll take it out, I'll thrash it, put it through its paces, we'll mod it, we'll have fun with it. So that's the key, is to have fun with it. Along the way, the one thing that kind of concerned me was the lack of parts available for it right away. I was one of the first ones to get the Monkey, so along with that came the realization that if I dent a tank, or if I bend something or break something or need to replace anything on the bike, that part stream probably wasn't going to be there right away. So this goes along with my original plan, which was to buy a Grom. And the reason I didn't buy a Grom at first was because I realized the Monkey was going to come out in the fall of 2018. And so my spring-summer plans for buying a Grom were delayed for the Monkey. So I never lost that sight as to get a Grom. I still wanted to get a Grom. And with all the off-road riding that we're doing, the Grom seems to be a pretty tough bike. My friend's got a Grom, and we beat the hell out of that thing. So it takes it with a smile. And learning from that experience and seeing what the Grom can do, I decided to go Grom shopping again. So what I ended up with was a 2015 Honda Grom. It's called the OG Grom, which I don't even know what that stands for, but I gotta imagine the original Grom. I'm not sure. But I know the second generation is the SF. And while I like the second generation's looks better, there were several reasons why I went with the first generation Grom, and I'm going to point those out to you. The first reason to go with the OG Grom, in my opinion, was the high side exhaust. I like the higher mount exhaust. I like how it's tucked in underneath the bike and through the swing arm. This to me is more like a dirt bike style, and it better suits the riding that we're doing. We're doing a lot of off-road riding, a lot of jumping, a lot of slamming berms and things that you just shouldn't do with the Grom. So in my opinion, this high side exhaust was probably the better choice, which comes on the OG Grom, first generation Grom. You could always swap the second generation Grom to this exhaust. However, I just felt it as an unnecessary step. The second reason why I wanted to go with the OG Grom was because of their seat style. The OG Grom has a flatter, more dirt bike style seat. The SF Grom, second gen Grom, has got more of a sport bike seat with a shape in it that's better suited for two riders. So I didn't see that as being a thing that I'm going to need, and I need the maneuverability of a bigger, flatter seat. I'm not the smallest person, so my rear end fits better in the original Grom seat, and luckily this bike even came with an upgraded seat. I'm not even sure what kind of seat it is, but it's a flatter, wider seat, which is pretty comfortable, but also lets me move around the cabin a little bit more, I guess you can say. So the other thing that I forgot to mention at the beginning was, when I bought this bike for $2,500, it came with all these hooked up parts. This thing was not a fully built bike, but is about as fully built as I would probably go with a bike. And the thing that I didn't mention, that is the other reason why I bought the bike, is the owner gave me every single stock part that he took off of it with the sale. So this bike can be reverted back to stock form with all those parts that I got.